I have to say that had I realised the difficulty, well, I mean, I would have done it anyway because I want to do it always want to do it once. But in the future, I won't be coming down this way because it's clear that it's not as easy and straightforward as it's going to Cheshire. And okay, that's a bit of a longer way round, but then you get on the motorway quicker and you stay on the motorway on the Polish side for longer. You don't have this kind of thing. You just got dual carriageway pretty much the whole way to Cheshire. And so I could have stayed on the Katowice bypass and got to Tychy by about, I don't know, I would definitely be in the Czech Republic already. I'd definitely be in Český Češin by now, and probably getting to the point where that part of the motorway meets the Ostrava part of the motorway well before I'm actually going to do it coming down this way further west, a little bit further west, about 20 miles or so further west. The nature of this road means that you get to stop on it, get stopped by the cars in front of you stopping every so often. It's a very ponderous drive. So plenty of things like traffic lights, roundabouts, junctions, turnings back, diversions, plenty of all of that. So it wasn't an easy ride, but then that's all right, just to do it the once and to remember it afterwards, to have had something different, that's okay. But I wouldn't make a habit of coming down this way. And I'm just mentioning that so that my gentle reader doesn't get the impression that this is a particularly quick way to go from Warsaw to Prague. It isn't. Okay, that's at least an extra hour, maybe an extra 2 hours from the quickest way you could do it. So it's just the fact that I don't like doing the same thing over and over. If I can do it slightly different, even if it takes out of my time, I'd rather spend 10 hours doing something different than 8 hours just doing the same thing over and over and over every time 8 hours. So it's 10 hours of interest, or at least a sizable portion of it would be interesting, rather than 8 hours of boredom, as always for me more sensible. But then they do stop just any old where, and they barely see with the sun ahead their decisions to turn left, and suddenly you find yourself driving almost into the back of them. I'm getting hungry. When I see that delicatessen there, makes me feel I'd like to get some decent sausage. But you can eat on the Czech side more cheaply, than in Poland. As long as we're not comparing Prague to Warsaw. There, you have to say that Warsaw's probably a bit cheaper than Prague in those cases. But when it comes to the countryside, I think Poland still manages to maintain quite good prices all over the place, or quite high prices, that is. Whereas sometimes in the Czech Republic you can eat for less money. At least that's how it always used to be. It may have changed. But I'd rather find that out today by trying over there than to eat in Poland again, which I do most of the time. I eat in Prague obviously quite a bit, but I don't get a lot of chances to eat outside of Prague, out in the countryside, whereas I get plenty of chances to eat in the countryside in Poland. So that's what I'll do then. I won't eat until I get over there. I've got plenty of Czech crowns on me anyway, so A1 2.5 kilometres. Is that the way to do it then, to go to the A1? Alright, maybe that's the way of doing it. Try it. A1 sounds like Well, it certainly can't be anything other than the motorway into the Czech Republic.
Prepare to turn right in 200 meters. Take next right in 100
But 2.5
meters.
isn't
Turn back where possible.
2.5 isn't.
Over the
Oh,
speed
shut
limit.
up. 2.5 isn't a big diversion. If it turns out that I come up here and it's not right,
Turn sharp left in 870
then
meters.
going 2.5 this way and 2.5 back isn't such a big risk to take. 5 kilometers, 3 miles. It's something that might save me an awful lot of hassle later. So I thought I'd take that. It doesn't make it clear what the A1's all about, but I just got interested and came off the Hałupki trail.
Prepare to turn sharp left in 300 meters.
Obviously this is something that you don't know about, so you shut up.
Take next sharp left in 100 meters.
That will have been about one of those 2.5 kilometers, won't it?
Drive 4 kilometers.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. This has all been built since you had your chip put in. So I think we've got about another kilometre to go before we get to the end of those 1.5 or 2.5 kilometres that we were supposed to go to before the motorway appeared. I'm not seeing any further signs yet, and still I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the Czech vignetta, but there should be something, surely. If I'm going down a motorway and then I get into another motorway, there must be something which... It must be that it isn't Platny or Platebny or whatever they call it before you've had a chance to even buy the vignette. I mean, that just wouldn't work that way, would it? So have to anyway, so the A1 has got to come down and meet the Czech Republic's road that they've already built. We're just building our part of the A1, and the A1 then goes up to Gdańsk then, basically. And here we go. Budowa autostrady Jocinek Stosnica, Gliwice Granica Państwa Gorzycki. Ah, interesting. And it's a European Union project, so they're not putting up with building motorways that don't go anywhere at all. So where does it actually go? How to get on it? Well, it's not ready, is it? It's not open. Which is just a silly thing to do, really, to tell people to go to the motorway this way when clearly the motorway is not even ready yet. Why even make a make a signpost to it if it's not there, if it's not doing anything yet? It's silly, isn't it? Okay, so now I just have to find some way of turning around. Okay. Bit of a blind corner, this one, actually. I don't really like it that much. Right, so I shall turn off because you don't want to see it twice, the same stretch of road, do you?